Thank you for joining us today as we take a look at downloading calendar information into Access so that you can use it for time tracking as well as invoicing. In our last video, we talked about how to use the Outlook calendar as a source for maintaining information about your projects and time. The example is here on the screen. But today we're actually going to do the download and export into a database so that we can use that information for our invoicing. Well, first you just have to go up to the File menu, choose Import and Export, then select Export to a File, click Next, and then we're going to choose the Access format. You can output this into various different formats depending on how you want to use it. Make sure that you choose the appropriate calendar. A lot of times people have multiple calendars in place, but our calendar is currently selected. Click Next. This specifies the destination. You can either browse to it. In this case, the default is already set up for my network location for the calendar database. That file exists and we're going to replace it. This will take a few minutes going over the network. And now you have the dialog box that has come up for the export appointments. We can also map custom fields in case you have custom data, but because we're coming from Outlook to a standard format, we can just either click the default map or just click OK and then finish. The other thing we want to do for invoicing purposes is to make sure we do always go back to the first of the year. So just change that to January to make sure that you get your full year in place. This process will create a calendar file in the current calendar database that you can then access from other Access databases or applications to update that information, to analyze it, to summarize it. Again, this is taking a little bit of time because we're doing this for a very large calendar file and going across our network. And that concludes the export of the file. In our next video, we'll be talking about how to use that database table as a source for your information and analysis and the other processing that you have to do to change the calendar file into useful information. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.